Hello and welcome back. My name is Carol and this is day 4 of VEDA, video every day in August. And I am working on my 2006 album, and today I'm going to show you where I'm at right now, my progress so far. This is 2022, so obviously this is a really old album. And it was probably started in 2009, maybe 2010. So it's kind of been in progress for over 10 years. So what happened with this one, I have all these projects. I was counting them up tonight, and I probably have 10 projects at least that are just kind of in this state of unfinished, and a lot of them are from 2006 to 2009. And there were a couple reasons. One, we had moved away from family and we had young kids and we didn't really know anyone where we moved, so we didn't take as many pictures. We were used to family being there to take a lot of pictures. And 2, we were in the process of transitioning from a regular camera to digital cameras, and also to where you would order your photos online, and instead of them giving you negatives, it would be stored on a website somewhere. So a lot of pictures were lost because we either lost the memory card that they were on, or it was corrupt, or a hard drive went bad, because we didn't really know at that point in time how to back things up, or that we had to print them out. And we also, the ones that we ordered from regular point and click cameras, and then they were being stored on a Walmart website or a Snapfish website or something like that. It was just a hectic time, and copies were lost, and we didn't know what pictures were where and when. And so all those years I've tried to just put together what I can, and it's kind of a mismatch of things. And so I'm just kind of trying to make the best of it. I do have pictures of my kids when they were young. I have pictures of most stuff, definitely not everything. And I have them in albums. Even what they are currently, someone, if they really wanted to, could look through and see stuff, which is better than what most people have of their childhoods, I guess. So trying to be good with that. But I'd like to get all these albums finished to the point where they can sit on a shelf and someone can look through them and see stuff. So I do have, from this year, a calendar that I created. No, it's not a calendar that I created. It just has some stuff written in it. And so when I went back years later to try and figure out what I should have pictures of, what did we do, where did we go, that was one of the things that I used to help me. And then I also just made myself a note today as I was going through some stuff to try and get some things organized, because I also have just random stuff everywhere. Photos from my daughter's school album, because this is the year 2006 that she started kindergarten at a local charter school. And there's not a picture in here of it. I know I have pictures. We had professional pictures taken, and I also know that I have first day pictures and things like that. And I'm pretty sure they're in her school album. So I'm thinking I can find that and photocopy it, and that'll be something else that I can add to this. Okay, so this is my title page, and I just have a post-it that I was going to put 2006 somewhere. It'll probably end up just being right here. And then a couple pictures of my kids, and then I have some empty page protectors. I don't really know why. We did have 18-month pictures taken of my son. I don't think we bought very many of them, though. At that time, this type of picture was really expensive, and so I think we just bought what we could. I have this one. I think I have a couple framed. Well, this one's from that too. So I can scrapbook that. And then I have some things put aside. I'm not really sure why. At some point I photocopied. Oh, I think this is a picture that I have framed. And I wanted to have it in my album, but I also wanted the frame. But it's the same as these. So I don't really know why I have the real pictures and I have a photocopy. I have no idea why. And then recently, probably just in the last couple of years, I bought this paper, which is from the Garden of Books. And I really buy very few things now. I have so much stuff and I don't get to scrapbooking very often. And if I'm ever going to get all these albums finished, it needs to be very simple. Just get it done. So I don't really have, kits coming from different places and stuff. But this one, I really liked this collection. I don't think I bought the whole collection, but I bought a few pieces of it, and a few pieces of it are in this album. I tried to, when it came in, split it up between different projects so that it would actually get used, because that's the other thing I'll do is once in a while when I find something that I really like, I'll buy it and then it just sits around forever and never gets used. So, and I think even though I love this scene, I didn't really know what I would do with that. But this side, I was thinking, and I don't know how well you can see, it's got this cool script writing in it and these circles. It's very pretty. I was thinking I might use it for this page, which is basically just gonna be this. And I'll have to do this. Oh, maybe, actually I might have to do both pieces. I don't know how I'll do that. Anyway, you need to be able to open those. Okay. And then I have some pages that are mostly done. I just need to journal or give it a title, say what it was. That's what most of these are. So this one's progress, and then I guess when I go through, after I finished it all, then maybe I'll talk about the individual pages more specifically. But this one I did add, this was Disney on Ice, so it's kind of sort of Disney themed. And back a couple years ago we took a Disney trip, and so I had bought a ton of Disney supplies to scrapbook that trip. Spoiler alert, it's not scrapbooked yet, but I started it because it's in progress, because that's what I do. So anyway, I used a few of those things to finish this up, and I created a shaker pocket here. I think this is one of the first ones I've ever made that actually works pretty well, so that was cool. Let's see. And then I started to have a few supplies from Lollipop Box Club. I think during the 2020 kind of shutdown type thing, I thought, well, hey, I'm home. Maybe I'll actually finally get a handle on some of those scrapbooking projects. And I did make way more progress than I had in many years prior to that, but certainly didn't remotely get done. And so I think that's why I did actually during that time buy a few things. Prior to that, I hadn't bought anything for a long time. But anyway, I bought this spring kit from Lollipop Box Club, and I do really like her kits. I certainly don't need one coming every month right now with the amount of scrapbooking that I'm doing, but when I buy kits, it'll probably be from her. But anyway, this I did the same thing with that one. I looked through different projects that I was working on and the kit and tried to actually put them in places where I thought they would actually use them. So I thought this went with these pictures, and I'm not really sure exactly. I might put it here. I might put it here. I'm not really 100% sure, but it'll go with that somehow. And then I have somebody that I watched on YouTube. I want to say it's Katina or Karina, something like that, Martinez. And she has all of her albums are very formulaic, and this is what she does. She'll buy kits of Project Life cards, and there's usually 2 of each, and she'll put them across one spread like this. And it's not necessarily my style, but I can see how having that formula helps you to use up kits and just get pages written. And then she does a lot of journaling on the things. So I have these, and one of the reasons I really liked these ones on this side is because when you flip it over on the other side, it's zebras, and it happened to be a zoo page on the other side. So for those 4 cards, I actually get 2 pages. So yay. And then this, I'm not really sure. I have these 3 vertical pictures, and I think I was thinking about cutting this and making some kind of an insert. But then I also have these 3 pictures of animals, which I could definitely crop. And now I'm thinking this was started before I had any of the peekaboo pockets from, well, these ones are from Creative Memories, but lots of companies have a similar thing. And I'm thinking that might be better to put a few peekaboo pockets and, oops, dropped that. Just include these pictures. And then these 2 cards I really like. And since it's it's zoo pictures, but it's animals kind of from around the world. So, but I don't like them together like that. It's 2 different 3x4 cards. So I'm thinking somehow I'll split them up and use peekaboo pockets and make that zoo trip work. And then I have, this is another piece from that. Well, this one says Stitch with Love, but I'm pretty sure it came in that same kit that I bought that book one from. Anyway, I was thinking that this would work for this picture. And I was going to try and find a way to mat it with a single layer of this around it, just a little tiny layer. And then this outside of that. So I'm going to have to like put my geometry skills to work there and figure out how to make that one piece of paper work for that. And then I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I have a scan, obviously not a very good scan, of the same photo. I could see how these are professional pictures, how maybe I would have done that to send it to somebody else. But I don't know why I would have it. Although I will say there were spots on her dress for some reason and they're not in the scan. So maybe that's why I did it. I don't know. Maybe I could put this one on this side. It's a professional picture that was in a frame. And then this is a good example of, originally I just had these 4 pictures of my daughter's party. And I knew that way more pictures had been taken and that there were other things. It was a big party. And then somehow, sometimes I'll ask around to family. You know, I'll say, I lost pictures from this event. Were you there? Do you have them? Do you know where I could get something? Somehow I got a hold of these pictures years later. This album, at one point I had thought was almost done with just what I had, and then I found a bunch of other stuff, and now I'm trying to add to it. So I have all these pictures, so now I can make a birthday layout. They're not the world's greatest pictures, but, and then I also found some cards and things. So now I can make a birthday layout. And I might not include now, these pictures are super blurry, but I think there was a point where I was just so desperate for any pictures. I do have this from, so this is obviously much more recent that I put this in here, from Color Cast Designs, this acrylic. It says Summer Vibes. And then on the other side is the days of the week, which in theory, I wanted to start another project and make a Week in the Life album this year, and these would have been good for that. So yeah, I've got just a couple more days before I return to work after summer vacation. Surely I'm gonna get like 30 albums scrapbooked. Here's another. So here I have vertical pictures don't work very well for me. And now I don't really take vertical pictures because I know I'm often putting my pictures into these pocket protectors. And I just don't like the vertical ones. They don't work very well for me. Even when I get them fully scrapbooked with stuff in these little pockets, I never like the way those pages look. But so we'll see what I've got there. And then this is a little bit more of the stuff from that Lollipop Box Club. And then I've got some that are semi-done. I just need to add some kind of title or journaling. I think at one point I just went through and I have these folders. Let me grab one. For most years, I was either pretty good at keeping one of these folders with pictures and memorabilia as it was printed, cards and stuff. And then during that probably from when we moved from 2005 till about 2009, I was not good about it and stuff was very haphazard and all over the place. And then I tried to get organized, and now I do up until we hit 2020 when I got super haphazard again. I tried to, at the very least, just get stuff put in those. Or when I had a lot of digital photos and I wasn't necessarily printing them out because I thought, well, I'm so far behind in scrapbooking, they're not going to get scrapbooked anytime soon anyways. I tried to at least make a note of what things I had photos of, so that then when I did get to scrapbook, everything's organized. So then at one point I went through and was trying to just put all the pictures in the page protector so that at least someone could look through and see the pictures in chronological order. And yeah, I mean, my thought was that I would basically just put the pictures in and it would just be that type of a photo album. But then I did leave spots for titles and journals, and I threw random things in, so that didn't necessarily work the way I thought, but I guess they're semi-organized. And then this one is vertical, and I wanted it to go with this page, but there's just not going to be a way to do it without. So now I was thinking maybe if I put that card way back with these vertical pages. Let's see about that. Okay. It poured on us when we were at Busch Gardens in Florida. So I have like this rain go away, and I'd have this rainy cloud, and yeah, I had a rain kit of some sort. Oh, okay, these go here. I was looking for these pictures. I think they fell out of that pocket. So these pages are all just all the extra. The pictures are in there, they're in order. It's just all the fill-in of the titles and the journaling and the filler cards. And then I have a few things that were given to me by people that are not, little things that my kids did. I don't know. They're going to completely disintegrate. I guess it's been 18? Not quite, 15 years or so. They haven't completely disintegrated, but they're not looking so hot. I'm sure these were not the colors of these items to begin with. So, and then sadly, I only have my son's 2nd birthday. All I have is a couple cards and one picture. And I know we did have a little party for him. He got overwhelmed really easily at that age, so I know it wasn't a big party or anything like that, but I'm sure we got a cake and he had presents and and this picture wasn't even taken at a party. It was just a picture taken around the time he turned 2. So that's kind of sad. But I have lots of other pictures of him, I guess. So here's some more pictures that I need to figure out how to somehow get into this page because they're all 4x6s. And I didn't want a bazillion 4x6 photos. And then I have, this is a big pocket here. What would this be? Something by 12, 4x12. And I this was a brochure from Breckenridge, Colorado. If you ever have the chance to visit there, especially in the winter. I was not there in the winter, but look how beautiful it is. It's really nice. Lots of things to do, but it's just a perfect picturesque small mountain town. Surprised they haven't set a TV show there yet. So I cut that out of the brochure, but I want to use it more than just this. I don't know. I need to find out a creative way to use it. Oh, it's too bad the Breckenridge, Colorado was on 2 different pages, I guess. And then I have some cards and things. And then I have, so this is a wedding, and I just don't have any kind of filler cards or anything. And then this was another event, and these cards were from just a one little page cut apart, I think, that I had bought just randomly at a scrapbook store. And I just love them for the pictures of my grandma and the colors of this photo and the carousel horse and stuff. I wanted them on this page, but they go so well with the wedding page as well. When you see, you know, they show through for the wedding. So I was thinking about maybe photocopying them. I don't usually do that type of thing. It doesn't work out well, but I want those cards for both of those events. So we'll see. And then this is, I'm sure, not photo safe at all. Oh, these are. Okay. So I talked about my daughter's kindergarten. So here's one of the photos, but I know we took more than just that one. Oh, I guess they're over here. But I don't have her, somewhere I have a first day photo too, and a thing that says the name of her school and all that kind of stuff. So I guess a couple of the photos are here, but then maybe there's some more in her school album, hopefully. And then these are just little things they made when we had people come babysit and stuff. They're not photo safe at all, and I honestly don't know. I guess maybe I could take these pictures and put them in a photo sleeve and then put it within this bigger sleeve. So it can still be here, but this isn't ruining it. And then sadly I have things like my husband and I went to this, what do you call these, where you, oh, like a murder mystery dinner. And I was a geisha and he was something else, I can't remember what, and we had really good costumes, and I don't have a single photo, and I don't know that I ever will, because the people, it was just acquaintances at that point in time. I wouldn't even know who they were to contact them now. So, and then Christmas I did try to finish. At one point I was working on a Christmas album, and so I bought a ton of Christmas supplies, and then before I put them away, I tried to go through all these albums that were in progress and add in all the Christmas stuff. So I think these are cute, you know. But for some reason I didn't finish here. I put these snowflakes, but I didn't put filler cards. I don't know why. I'm not really sure about that. You would think, having all my Christmas stuff out, that I would have done that. So I have no idea. Anyway, and then I have a whole bunch of the same photo, basically. So, I don't know. That is some, well, people probably don't do that anymore, but back in the day when you could only get photos by ordering them, they wouldn't be digitally on load or whatever. And anyway, people would buy these photo packages, and you end up with this, with 5 of the exact same photo sitting in your photo album, because you never needed that package of 45 photos. You don't need that package of 45 photos. If your kid's school is telling you you need to order them or whatever, you don't. You don't need that package of 45 photos. I can tell you that right now. And then I have some Christmas cards. And that's it. And that's a weird thing that happens too. I do have some cool albums that I made that are just, I took book rings, thick book rings, and hole punched our Christmas cards and put all the ones that I didn't have in our photo album. So usually I put just a few, just a sampling of Christmas cards in our album each year, and there's really no rhyme or reason. I'll put ours, but like, for example, this year I have 2 of the exact same card here, and then I have a different card with the same photo. So I have 3 of the same photo. So at least one of these I'm going to put on in my book ring album for that year. And sometimes I pick ones that are from people that we know really well, like the people that are closest to us. Other years I just pick cards that I liked. Like, I thought this snowman card was really cute, so it made the album for this year. I'm trying to think who it's even from. Oh, that I do know who that's from. But Other times it could be somebody that years later I'm like, I don't even know who that person is, but they had a really cute Christmas card. So, and then the rest of them will go on book rings, although I've not been good at sending Christmas cards for a long time, so now I don't get very many. I think last year I only got like 3, so that doesn't work very well. But anyway, that's that. So this is where this album is at right now. And this one, I think, it basically just needs the filler. So if I sat down for, I'm going to say, even just 3 hours and thought in terms of keep it simple and just get it done, I could finish that. Thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for a follow-up video with the final product.